Alright, well, hello everyone. So in this video, or series of videos, I'm going to be coding a Discord bot from scratch, and I'm going to be showing you how to do it so you can create your own bot. Of course, not everyone's going to make the same bot, so I'll just be giving you the tools and showing you how to do it so you can use what I show you to create your own bot. Now I want to jump right in. I don't want to talk a lot, but a couple things. There are different ways you can code Discord bots, like using JavaScript or something. But Python is a really simple language, and I highly recommend having a basic understanding of programming before starting. Otherwise, it's gonna be a lot trickier to understand. I will still try and explain everything as I go and try and make it make sense. So anyways, the first thing we need to do is actually install Python onto our computer. So just type Python. Didn't spell that right, but whatever. First link right here. This is the Python website. Head over to downloads and go to your operating system. So I'm using Windows, so I'll hit Windows. And what you want to do is just hit downloads and scroll down to the different versions. The latest right now, like at the time I'm recording this, is Python 3.10. But what you want to look for is the latest 3.9 version. So 3.9.7 right here, and download that. Scroll down, and I'm going to look for the Windows installer, but whatever fits your system, you install that. So I have a 64-bit Windows system, so I'll install this. Save that, let that install, and open that. So now we can install Python. You can customize your installation, but the basic install works fine. Make sure you hit add Python 3.9 to path, that's important, and then just hit install now. And then yes. Yeah, just give that a minute and it'll finish installing. Alright, so it just finished installing. Now we have Python installed on our system, so just hit close. Now what we need is an IDE, or a place where we can actually write our code. And what I'm going to be using is Visual Studio Code. You can use whatever, there's plenty of different IDEs and code editors out there, but VS Code is a really simple, lightweight, and powerful, very popular IDE. So just search up VS Code. First link right here. Make sure it's the blue symbol and it says Visual Studio Code, and there's a big blue button that says download for Windows. Again, it'll have your system, so if you're using Linux, Mac, or whatever it is, it'll say that here. So just click on the download button and it should start. Here it is, save. I'll let that finish installing, give it a minute. Alright, so I just got Visual Studio and this installer done downloading, so I'll just open that quickly. Accept the agreement, click next, next. If you want to create a desktop icon, you can, that's up to you. I'm not gonna make one. And then just hit install. And just let that finish. Alright, so now we're done setting up Visual Studio Code. And I'm not going to launch it right now. I'll launch it later. Right now, what I want to do next is actually create our Discord bot, like the bot that'll be in our server. So to create the bot, just head over to the Discord website and click the first link. Scroll down all the way down to where it says under resources, developers, and just hit that. And then up here under go to applications, make sure you're logged in so you can actually see all this. I'm logged in, so I can So, and if you aren't, just make sure you log in. What you want to do here is create a new application. This isn't the name of our bot. This is just, an application. You can name it whatever you want. I'm going to be calling my bot Omen. This is just a random name. You can literally name it whenever you want. This is just an example. So just hit create. And so this is our application. This is the back end of the bot. On the left, there's a tab that says bot. Just scroll over there and click add bot. And then just yes. So we've turned our application into an actual bot now. So this is the user that shows up on the Discord server. So this is the username. This is its tag. And we can actually create its profile or its like icon. I actually do have an image. Here, let's look for it. Download the project Discord. All right, here it is. So this is how it's going to show up on my Discord server. So let's hit save changes. And what we can do now to get this bot into this server, I just have a random server over here. In order to get this into there, just head over to this tab, the auth2, scroll down, and under the URL generator, look for bot. Just take that, scroll down, and these are, you have to take all the permissions your bot needs. But just for purpose of this video, I'm just gonna leave it as administrator, so I have every single permission. And once you have that, just copy this URL, go to a new tab, paste it, and then just select the server you want to invite it to, and then hit continue. And then authorize, should ask for a CAPTCHA, just fill that, and you're good now. Now if you go back to Discord, here it is. Our bot is on our server. So it's offline, it can't do anything, we can't use any commands, we haven't coded or anything, but it's there on our server now. So now we can actually open up VS Code. So sorry if I'm like, skimming through a lot of this. It's because I want to get the setup process done quickly so I can actually start coding everything. So actually, before we open up Visual Studio Code, make sure you have a folder created that you can save all your bot files in. So for me, under documents, it's a long file, hold up, Discord bot, and I have this Omen folder, which is my bot. And if I open it, this is where I'm going to keep all my project files. So the Python files and everything is going to sit in here. I have this sitting, the logo sitting here. I don't know why, but it's there. So now open up VS Code, Visual Studio Code. And the first thing you want to do is head over to extensions right here and search for Python. It should be the first one right here. Have 44 million downloads, and just there'll be an install button right here. Just make sure you install that. You might also want to install Code Runner so we can actually compile our code. Just install that. And a little tip, this is just on the side, there's an extension called Discord Presence. It's this second one right here. What this actually does is when we're working on a Discord file, or not a Discord file, when we're working in Visual Studio Code on a file, it'll actually show up in our Discord status. I'll show you what I mean in a bit once we create our first file. So we'll go into the Explorer and we'll just X this out. And we don't have anything open so far. So what we'll do is we'll create file. We have to open the file first. So we'll click file, open folder, and then just go to that folder you created. So for me, it's in documents. I have this and this Omen folder, and just click select folder. And this Omen logo is here in this folder. Probably shouldn't be, but we'll leave it there. So we're just gonna click this button right here and it says new file, and we're gonna give the file a name. I'm just gonna name it the bot, which is Omen, and end it off with .py. The .py is the Python file extension. This has to be there. anything before that. So the omen, you could put whatever you want there. You could rename it my bot.py. I'm just gonna name it omen.py. It's much simpler. Anyways, and just hit enter. And now we have a Python file open for our Discord bot. Now, in order to actually use the Discord package or module, we have to install it. So open up your command prompt, the cmd. So now in here, what you want to type is pip3 install Discord. Discord, and just hit enter. Now it should just go through and install the Discord module and successfully installed, that should be good. Now we can just exit out of that. So now that we have the Discord package installed, we can just import it into our workspace. So import Discord, and it should be there to autocomplete, and there we go. Now if you have any like errors or underlines showing that you can't import it, saying you probably don't have the package installed properly, or you can try hitting Control-Shift-P and in the search type in interpreter and just look for Python, select interpreter, and make sure the recommended one is selected. If it isn't, just switch to it. And if it is selected and you still have that like a yellow squiggly line under it, just switch to the other one and then hit Control-Shift-P, go back to the select interpreter. You see, this is the yellow line I'm talking about, and switch back to the recommended, and it should just fix itself. So to put a comment in Python, you just use a hashtag, and we can write whatever we want. So over here, I can write import the Discord package. I'm also going to, let's see, can I, preferences, settings, text editor, font. I'm gonna increase this to maybe, let's say 16. How does that look? Or I can just take my phone so I can increase it so you guys can see better. Let's go one more. All right, so this is what we've done now is actually imported the Discord package. And the next thing, so this is the first thing we need. The next thing we need is a client variable, and client is our actual bot being run. So to create that, just type in client equals commands dot bot dot, oh, I forgot the reason this is underlined is because we haven't imported the commands import. So just under import Discord, just type in from discord dot ext import commands, and now this should work. So client equals commands dot bot, and then in the bracket we're gonna put it's asking for a command prefix, so put that command underscore prefix, and this is the prefix your bot is gonna use. So when we call it into your bot, this is the prefix we use. So for example, I think in the Discord, in the Dino bot, you can use like a question mark. So for example, in Discord, if we had like a kick or a ban bot, it would use exclamation, it would be like a question mark and then mute and then at the user. So I could do that. That's like the question mark is the prefix. That's how we call upon the bot. So you can put whatever in here. Make sure it's a string. If it's so you put it in between two quotes, so single quotes, and whatever's in there is your prefix. So I'll just use a dash. So to call my bot, I'm gonna have to use dash and then mute or whatever command I'm gonna use. You can put whatever in there. I recommend you don't put a forward slash, because a forward slash is the default command to call for bots in general, and if you want to risk any potential conflict, just don't put a dash or a forward slash. Anything else works though. And so now we have our client variable. I'm not going to explain much of this either. It's because this is just stuff you need. I'll explain once we actually start coding. This is just stuff we need to actually get our bot up and running and online. So once we have our command prefix, next thing we need is to actually run the client. So over here we can put client.run. Just copy what I'm doing. There's really no point in explaining this. This is just stuff we need in order for our bot to actually work. So client.run, and then in the brackets we need our token. So in order to get our token, we go back to the Discord website, to the developer panel, and let's go to our bot. And at the bot page, there's a token. You can click to reveal it. I'm not going to reveal mine. You want to keep this safe because if anyone gets access to this token, they'll be able to control your bot, and you don't want that. For the sake of this video, you could see mine. Obviously, I can just regenerate it, but this is just a tutorial anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And just hit copy. And then you just want to paste it. You just want to paste it right there. That's your token. And so these 4 lines of code is essentially what you need for your bot to run. Now, once we have this set up, what you want to do is come up here, this little arrow, go to drop down and hit debug Python file in terminal. And it should run it down here, should open up a terminal. And now if we go back to Discord, our bot just came online. So that everything works, everything so far, we have everything set up. Our bot is online, ready to work. And so all we got to do now is basically start coding. So now that we have our bot up and running, all we really have to do now is put more code and actually tell the bot what to do. Something to probably keep in mind is when we're using a terminal to run our Discord bot, the bot only stays online as long as our terminal is active. And as soon as I close out of VS Code or, delete the terminal, our bot it'll go offline. But with Python, it's really easy to find a way to keep our bot online 24/7. I'll show you how to do that later in a different video. But for now, we got our bot online, we got it working, and all we got to do now is create commands. But everything for now, we have everything set up, and that's all we need. So in the next video, we'll actually start coding and making the bot do stuff or respond to commands.